My name is Kiisel, and I'm the Manager of Social Outreach here at AtTask. AtTask is a software company. We make project management software. We've been in business since about 2001, and basically the mission of our company is to help companies around the world understand and organize their work so that they can actually accomplish more things, get more things done, and be successful. I think that the reason we're here in Utah is just because that's where our founder was. And the people who founded the organization are all from Utah County here, and it's a great place for a tech company. There's lots of real great talent here in the area, and so we just decided to stay here. AtTask has what we call Team Home, and Team Home was designed around this premise. So if you open up the software, it's going to look familiar to you. On the one side, there's going to be a stream of conversations, and all of these conversations are about work. So all like if you and I are working together on a project, there's going to be a stream of project conversations that give context to the status information that's pushing up. And in the middle is the first thing you see is a big task list. And one of the things that we do different than every other vendor in the space is when you get a task as a team member in Team Home, it doesn't show up as a to-do item on your to-do list. It shows up as a request so that you can look at it, evaluate it. You can determine whether or not you are able to accomplish the task in the time required. You're able to provide feedback to the project leader. So you may not even be the right person for this job, and you can make a recommendation as to who else might be better capable of doing it. Team Home is the reflection of this team empowerment, it's working with the Facebook generation in a metaphor that is familiar to them. I think the biggest challenge that social media brings is almost too much information. You know, you can have too much data. One of the reasons that I'm not a big advocate of implementing Facebook or Twitter into the workplace is I don't need to know what you're doing for lunch or where you're going on your vacation or those kinds of things as a manager. But what I do need to know is if you have color commentary, like in a basketball game, you've got the guy who's calling the play-by-play, and then you've got the guy who's adding the context to what's going on. I need context. I need to know the real story, and sometimes a qualitative status indication isn't enough. I need to have more information, and that information needs to be something that I see immediately sometimes so that I can actually inform decisions and make wise choices. You know, I would assume, since over the last 30 years of my career, I have seen huge changes in the workforce and in the way we interact with each other, that it's safe to say that the way things are now isn't the way it's going to be in 30 years. And one of the things that I really like about working at AtTask is we're aware that the workplace is changing. We're aware that this is an evolving workforce. And we're going to need to stay abreast of what's going on and what the trends are. And we actually spend time and energy in watching and thinking about these things. And so I think as the dynamic in the workforce changes, it's incumbent upon us as a software provider to stay on top of those things so that we can accommodate the needs of organizations who use our software, as well as the needs of the individual contributors on a team who use our software at that level.